Yeah, I think
the economy is burning down. Yeah,
again, I think that it's one of those things that you have to deal with it as it comes, because right now everything is speculation. We don't know what things are going to happen. We don't know what's going to be passed. We don't know what's going to be attempted to be passed. And, you have to react when there's a moment to react. I think that people right now are overreacting out of pure fear. And I'm one of those people who would love to join in on that, because I am, of course I'm fearful, but, as somebody who's lived the way that you and I have lived our whole lives, our freedoms and our realities has always been up for question our whole lives. We have always been fighting for what we feel is ours and what we deserve. So I understand what it's like to constantly feel like you're under a microscope and your freedoms might be taken away. But you know what I'm also not going to do? I went through the first 4 years of that administration, and everything seemed, it was tough. It was rough for me. There were moments of great fear, but there's moments of great fear in every presidency. There's moments of great fear in every administration. And I think that if you're going to consistently stay in this perpetual state of fear of the unknown, I think you just have to react when there are moments to react.
Michelle, go hold your husband tonight, sweetie. I'm not the problem, okay? All this fake fear mongering and anger from strangers.
People are going to hear what they want to hear.
I know. People only hear what they want to hear. I just said the most simplest statement, and the reaction from randoms that are not following us are so bizarre, and it proves all of our points, you guys. Anyone that is Team 6 and Star Family, you know who we are. We love makeup. We love this world. And at the base of my entire existence, I'm not political. I'm a free thinker. I love to provoke thoughts. I love to get people to think. I've been doing it since MySpace. My vlogs were insane back then. But were they? They were so thought-provoking about so many different things, so much psychological heavy stuff just to get people to think. You think I put my finger in and had ink coming out? You think that was just for a laugh? No, that was a fucking statement. That was me purging the world that didn't understand me. And not one person ever asked what that cover meant. Yes, exactly. Think, whether you agree or not, just think in a different light for a second. See what other people live through. Me and Six could talk about being homeless for another hour, and there'll still be people, yeah, well, you're okay now, get over it. Literally, that's people's thoughts.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not over it. I'm still traumatized from eating from the trash and sleeping on someone's couch and being beaten up and jumped by 4 guys leaving the Mac store. I'm not doing it because I lived it, and I don't have to prove myself, and you don't have to prove yourself to anyone.
Yeah. And that was before there were any protections in place. You know what I mean? That was before any.
I can't fathom that. The cultures moved so quickly. There was no laws for LGBT. There was no anything. We couldn't even get married. Hello? That was only 10 years ago.
You couldn't even be in the military.
Hello? That was only 10 years ago. Me and Six could not marry the person that we loved, Pookies. Like, it was not that long ago. And trauma is so real, and we're all carrying our own stuff. And hurt people love hurting others. I've definitely been that person before. And we all have a lot to learn from each other if we're willing. If we're willing.
Mushroom Queen, thank you, babe. Yeah. And again, I just want to reiterate, it's so important to be having these conversations instead of going after people that you just want to burn at the stake. Because here's the thing, go ahead and burn the people that you want to burn at the stake, but when they're done, who else are you going after? And that's the point. It won't matter. Once you're done with that one, then you got to focus on something else. So at some point, you've got to take responsibility for the way you feel and start doing things that better yourself and better your community and better the people that you love, and start talking more and teaching more instead of turning people away from people who can't hear you because they don't want to hear you. You've made them feel so awful about the way they feel. People aren't open to change when you're constantly ridiculing them.
Exactly. B, thank you. Mushroom Queen, thank you for the subscription, baby. In my friend's room, I really appreciate that. Exactly.
Yeah. And again, this is the way that it happens, you guys. By getting on with people who have a difference of opinion, but the respect level is at the same. If you're trying to communicate with people that don't respect you, then you're talking to the wrong people.
But do you notice how me and you may not agree on some things, but we're not arguing? Why do we have to try to argue to prove, no, but what I think's correct? No, you guys, we haven't done that once in our entire, on this live or with our friendship, because we respect each other, and I don't need to hammer it in if I really think, like I really do to my core, right? We've actually never seen the other side. We can laugh and hoo-ha-ha all day, but like, it's just a fucking fact.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that 6 has to believe it. It doesn't mean I have to hammer into all my friends' brains. No. It ain't that deep, y'all.
No.
It's okay, yes, respecting each other's boundaries, respecting each other's
ability to think freely.
Exactly.
You know, and who's to say that questions won't be posed in these conversations that don't open my mind up to something that I never really thought about? Or the exact opposite could happen. Something that I pose a question to might open up his brain and say, I actually never thought of it that way. That's an interesting side of it. He might still walk away with his beliefs and the way that he feels. But you know what? We just for a second there kind of opened up the lid a little further and said, that's interesting.
Exactly. Did you guys hear that noise? That's the trash being taken out. The trash noise and the wind, it's so symbolic. It's too deep for everyone. It's so symbolic. You guys have no idea the week I've had.
Oh my God.
Yes, it's so symbolic, y'all.
Yeah, so, you know, if what you want to be angry at is, you know, the person standing next to you, or if you want to keep arguing with your neighbor, you know, the truth of the matter is you still have to live next to them until you decide to move. And guess what? You're going to move next to somebody who might not agree with you even worse.
Oh, there's a couple people out here that were so angry that I moved out to Wyoming. He's going to bring all his California beliefs out here. So whatever I believe in has to affect any of you that live next to me? Where does where I reside have anything to do with you?
Yeah.
You live 2 miles away from my home. I'm staring at one of their houses right now. What does me living here have anything to do with you?
Yeah.
And what am I going to believe in that's going to affect your household? So what did I do? I moved here. I became a part of the community. I helped the economy. I built stores. I've donated millions of dollars. I fell in love with Wyoming. I love my community. I love thy neighbor. And I've really grown some really great friendships with normal folks out here who are not brainwashed in LA. They're just simple folks. You guys, I don't know what they thought my California beliefs were. They were just, I'm from somewhere else. They don't like it.
Hi, I'm California Beliefs, and I believe that petting yaks doesn't hurt anybody.
That part. When I started a ranch and I closed off all the roads and I built my own, people were angry out here. But we can't exercise back there anymore. So get your own fucking land. You're upset because someone's building a ranch. I mean, this is 4 years ago now, but it was such a bizarre mentality of like, huh? But that's not yours. And maybe you had access to it before, but it was never yours.
It wasn't yours then.
So now that it's not yours, I'm the villain because you can't walk an extra mile around my house. It was the weirdest concept. And all I did was go like this.
And then signed the deed.
And bought all the land around them.
I can't.
People are so bizarre, you guys, but that's okay. We all have to share the space together. And we all know I have a big mouth, so this week there's a lot of hot topics going around everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, I can take it. And that's why I'm ballsy enough to say exactly how I feel at all times, because I can take it.
Yeah.
We love it here, you guys. We're just trying to have an open conversation about life. And you may not agree, but that's okay. You're not always going to agree. But we're here to show you that you can still respect and share space with someone, even though they don't think exactly like you. Why would you want to be around people that think exactly like you?
Exactly. I've always said it is so much better when you surround yourself with people who cause you to think outside the box and push you to be a better person than you were the day before.
Exactly.
It's all about growing and evolution.
Oh my God. Thank God the chat's going quickly. Thank God I'm not a mod in here. Asking about celebrity gossip while we're having some of the most deepest conversations is the funniest thing, but that just proves
that no one's listening.
Isn't that every woman's complaint with their man? He's not listening. Yes. Men are stupid. Thank you all. Y'all, yeah, we're just spitting what we're spitting, y'all. We're just free-flowing ideas and thoughts and conversations, and I think people like me and Six crave this. I can't be in an endless cycle of battling for 9 hours. I'm too smart for that. I'm sorry, I am. I have too much value, and I'm worth more than just sit and battle all night. I love battling. I love being a part of the community, and I love doing it all. But if I'm not cooking, baking, doing makeup, filming a review, I feel lost. I have to do it all. And there's nothing wrong with someone battling and making their bag. I'm not saying that. So don't get it twisted, because then y'all are going to clip it. I just personally can't. I need to have conversations like this. I need to share space with people who can challenge what I have to say, or agree, or not agree.
Yeah. And still have a level of mutual respect that doesn't cut you off from having relationships with people that you care about.
Exactly. It's all about finding that balance.
It all comes down to respect. You know, the truth of the matter is you guys are going to hear what you want to hear, and you're going to take away from this what you want to take away from it. You're going to clip what you want to clip. You're going to replay the little parts that make you feel better about the anger and the hate and the vitriol. You know, those are going to be the clips that you play over and over and over. But if you play the entire thing from beginning to end, what you're going to find is that you're incorrect. And being incorrect is almost more... You're more afraid of being incorrect because it shows you how limited you are in your ability to grow and learn and expand, and that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me.
Isn't it funny how the people, I mean, there's so many beautiful people in the comment section that actually get it, and I'm forever. It's exciting to me that, thank God, it makes us feel less alone, you guys, because a lot of the times, no matter how successful you are, you can still feel very alone.
Yeah.
And even though there's trolls in here and people saying weird stuff, the majority of you guys are listening, and that's all we appreciate is thank you for listening. Whether you fully get it or not, or understand it, or believe it, or agree, you're here hanging out, enjoying conversation and learning.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's most important.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys, that part. Uh-huh. This app has shown us a lot, y'all. It really has. Yes, the object of any communication is understanding, not agreement.
Yep. Oh, I like that.
Right? People need to listen more. You say something and they're quick to absorb what the fuck I just said. Anthony, make it rain. Anthony, thank you for the diamond gun, baby. Thank you. Mwah. Let's go, you guys. Turn it up. It's only 8 a.m. It's 7:30 in the morning for Six. It's 8:30 here in Wyoming. And we're just starting off with some morning mantras, y'all. Listen.
Deep thoughts with Jeffree and Six.
I love it. I mean, this is like, people have been begging me to do a podcast for a long time. And it's like, don't get me going, girl.
Yeah.
He can talk.
Talk and water.
And I love hanging out with the chat, and I love having deep conversations. I think a lot of people get stuck, and I get that this app is very money centric, but there's so much more to life than money. From someone that came from literal nothing to creating all of their dreams, money is not the root. It's not. We're blinded by it, and our culture has made us dependent, but there's just not the root.
Yep. It's not going to bring you the happiness that you think it's going to bring you.
That part.
Is if you're confused and you're broke, and they flip that, and you become confused and rich, you're still confused.
So take that. And I've met so many celebrities early on, and I've seen them make so much amount of money, and they get so much fame, and they go crazy. Because if you give an angry, depressed person $20 million and 20 million followers, you think they're ready for that? So that's why you guys see these celebrities, full addiction, domestic violence, jail time. We're all just little people on this earth. No one is greater or better than anybody. We all share the same space. I don't care if you have a fucking Grammy or $1 billion, you still ain't shit. We're all the same.
Yeah, and you can't take any of it with you.
No, when you're on your deathbed, it all still sits here, and your soul leaves, and we go on to the next adventure. Don't get me started on that.
Not Mario Kart World 2.
I mean, it's endless because we were all taught something different, but it's okay to think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Provoking thought does not mean provoking thought. It should be encouraged, right?
Yes. Why is it fearful now?
Well, I think that the world and apps like this have made it so people so afraid to say how they really feel for fear of not going with the status quo, or not going with the popular opinion. And you guys, sometimes the popular opinion is not always the correct one, right? Have you ever been wrong in your life? You know?
Exactly.
It's like, and some people are just jumping on the popular opinion to be part of the popular opinion. And all I'm saying is that opening up and posing questions and provoking thought, that should be more encouraged than anything, right?
If you can.
Like, if I leave you with nothing today, I want to leave you with asking questions.
Exactly.
Asking yourself those questions. Getting to expand your mind on things that you thought were possible. Maybe they're not possible now, or maybe they weren't possible before, but because you're opening your mind and your ability to question, you're now seeing the possibilities and things that you didn't think once were possible.
That part. Yes, there's some great free thinkers in this chat. It makes me feel a little less hopeless sometimes.
Yeah.
It does. There'll be days where I'm like, wow, okay. And this is a really healthy reminder.
It's also I think it's also a bird's eye view into the type of relationships that you have in your world. If the relationships that you constantly have in this world are combative and they don't look like this, they might be the wrong relationships. They might not be the relationships that you need to have in your life. Not every relationship has to be so combative and so polar opposite. You can come from polar opposite ends of life and still have respectful, meaningful, eye-opening conversations with one another.
Yes.
If this happened more in the world, so what I'm saying is if your relationships don't look like this, you might be associating with people that don't love you and don't have respect for you.
Yes. So keep it moving. We all can coexist in the same space. From someone, and you've traveled to so many countries, and I think that being a traveler is so important And you don't have to have a lot of money to travel, you guys. When I was broke, I was traveling to countries and touring the world and barely making ends meet. You can travel for very cheap. You have the internet at your fingertips, okay? Want to hear something scary for all you youngsters in the chat? Me and Six were born with no internet.
Zero.
We had to call each other on a dial-up phone that some of you girls don't even know what the fuck that is. And we had to make plans, okay? Yeah, some of you girls don't even make plans. You just lay on your back and take it.
We had to write down things on paper.
We had to write down things on paper. Yes, Shelly's coming over at noon. Don't forget. Okay? Some of you girls don't even know the dial-up we had to experience, okay?
Not the don't forget.
Yeah, you girls were born with missionary. We weren't.
Not the constant, reminders popping up in your phone. I feel like I forget more now with reminders in my phone than I did when I had to write things down.
It's made us handicapped mentally in a way. It really has. It's shifted how we think, how we act, how we navigate, how we move. I mean, I just miss the simplicity of my mom getting out a John Atlas map book from 7-Eleven and planning out the road trip to go to Silverado Lake in California. Yeah, that's what it is.
Silverado Lake.
Yes, bitch. What? The trips I've done there, the nature that inspired me to be me, the freedom out there, going on a road trip and my mom just blasting Metallica out the window. It just was a feeling that will never be able to be recreated with how much technology we have.
Yeah. It's also scary to think that if technology ever were to just poof, be gone, how many people would be able to navigate the world we live in currently?
It's going to happen in our lifetime, I've been told. So just everyone saddle up for that.
I'm glad I know how to read a map.
Yeah, everyone's parents arguing about the road, the maps and which way to go and how to turn and
flipping it around, not even being headed in the right direction.
Exactly. It was just so different. And I think everyone is such a slave to their phones now and they can't go a second without it. And now we all know how to navigate. Oh, when the guy turns his phone upside down, we all know he's cheating. Doesn't want the alerts to pop up. It's all so sad.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about it. But it's also life and we're all gonna get over it. And no, we're not on prep. But anyway, everyone keep double tapping the screen. Well, I'm not.
Same.
I don't even know who the fuck actually takes that. I'm sure all of WeHo, but I've never seen it before. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Morning mantras with Six and Jeffree.
Naya, thank you, babe.
The world changed from payphones to what it is now so quickly. We're still adjusting, and I don't think we know that.
Yeah, and I think in life it's just going to be constant adjustment.
Mm-hmm. It is. Our entire life will be an adjustment, whether it's this or that. Thank you so much, Naya. Thank you, baby.
Yeah, I was just thinking the other day, I was like, wow, like an artist would come out with a CD or it wasn't even a CD, it was a cassette tape. An artist would come out with an album and it would exist for 5 years. And sometimes that was the only music you heard coming out of that genre or that artist for like a long time. And now music just constantly popping. And I'm like, I was listening to Paula Abdul last night and I was like, God, I remember when this album came out.
It all meant so much different. Yeah, anyone being judgmental and weird in the chat, please use your thumb and you can always scroll somewhere else. Even simply telling me not to drink a Red Bull, I find really funny. The old me would invite you on these boxes and judge all of your problems, but the older I get, it just doesn't matter.
I don't care.
I'm gonna drink and smoke and do whatever I want. This is my body. Guess what? Just like it's my body.
Don't do it.
Yes, and I'm gonna do and put whatever I want inside of it, and it's none of your business, no matter what or who. Okay? No matter what I drink or who's in my mouth, don't worry about it. Okay? And if I show you, just admire it and keep scrolling. I don't need your opinion. You see what this is? Yes, this is a man-made drink. Mm-hmm. And I enjoy it.
Oh, well, thank you, babe.
If you think this is bad for me, let me not even look down the list of things that you're doing, because I don't care. I'm not judging you. So why are you judging me?
When somebody said, you know that water is really bad to drink, and I used to think to myself, do you know where I was at 7 years ago? You know where I was?
Oh!
Let's go.
Oh
Tyler.
my God, Tyler, what the heck? Good morning, handsome. Thank you so fucking much. Holy hell. Don't play with it. Tyler with the motherfucking Mufasa. Thank you, baby. Thank you.
That was amazing.
That was so hot. Now my score is 69, my favorite sports activity.
Good morning.
Yes.
I love that.
That was beautiful. Uh-huh.
Not that you have this whole app saying leave it in.
Yeah. That's what we do, though. We're influencers. Remember when I had the whole world saying I'm deceased? Remember when not one person ever said that, and I made it a full cultural phenomenon on YouTube? I'm dead. I'm deceased. I'm cremated. Yes, that was me, y'all. I don't care if you went to Germany, they were saying I'm deceased. Also, just real quickly, Six, if you diet, if you are having a great diet, and if you're semi-healthy and you get a little bit of exercise, I don't think people realize this tiny little 8 fluid ounce drink is not harming me.
Yeah.
When I flipped my car a couple years ago and almost lost my life, I had a full body scan, I had CAT scans, I had everything done, and liver's looking spotless, you guys. I've never tried alcohol. My body's great. But you can judge me for drinking this. Just keep it to yourself. What's wasting the calories of typing out that we're doing something wrong? You know what you're doing wrong? Typing.
I can't.
And if you do have a problem with energy drinks or cigarettes or anything else, understand it and work on it. I used to drink too many of these, so I stopped for months, and now I feel good enough to try them again.
Thank you, Tyler.
Nicole, I've never drank. It's a very weird conspiracy the older I get. No one's ever seen me drink before. They can say they have. In the YouTube era, there would be people like, well, you took a photo with this bottle. Yeah, for attention. I've never physically drank alcohol ever in my life.
And I've done everything under the sun.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. We're right here where we need to be.
I'm still here. The wind is really picking up here. It's crazy.
You or me?
Me.
Oh, you don't.
Oh yeah, no, not like no. Wyoming's crazy.
But you're dealing with Santa Ana's, I've heard.
Yeah. It's Santa Ana's, but yours is on another level. That is like the Wizard of Oz type shit out there.
We have Hurricane Katrina like winds all the time, and it's just never on the news because it's normal.
Yeah.
Like if I went outside right now,
Jeffree Lynn.
And people were like, well, how come you can't really hear it? So the windows, you guys, right? They're built different here in Wyoming. They're so thick and double walled. I'm not hearing really much right now. But Wyoming is known for the wind. It keeps people away. It hasn't been windy in a long time, honestly. But winter is brutal and it really pushes people away. When you drive up my dirt road 6, that first house on the left, that white one, the guy that just built it.
Yeah.
Wife can't hang, too windy, hates it, on the market.
What?
Y'all just finished building that motherfucker 2 months ago. Nope. She wants to go back to Texas and hates it here. Good. Bye. And if you're watching down the street, because all my neighbors love to watch my lives, bye. Didn't like you anyway. How about that? Didn't even like you. Y'all have a good time moseying on back to Dallas, sweetie.
You hear?
You weren't built for a Wyoming. You hear? Yeah, unless you're ready for peace and quiet, you ain't ready for Wyoming. People think they are. You know how many people I've heard, I want to live in the middle of nowhere and get away from it all. And they come out here and they fucking panic. And they can't believe they have to hear themselves think.
That's the thing.
They can't handle that they have to live with their own thoughts and be comfortable in their own skin. And that is people's biggest fear here. And they run right back to where they came from.
Yeah, back to the chaos, back to the noise.
Yes, they want that. I wanted it to all slow down. I wanted to be in the mix and then come back to peace. And that's what I needed. I don't ever recommend anyone moves here, honestly. Wyoming is not for the faint of heart at all. But I think I'm one of the toughest people I've ever met. And
yeah, same. Yeah, it's weird what comes up when you're that quiet, when you have that much silence surrounding you.
Oh, Eric, that doesn't reality anymore, sweet girl. He said, what happened to making your neighbors a pie? Yeah, well, the 60s are over, Pookie, okay? I don't know what to tell you. I have to give Zach one thing, you guys. 1 second, I'll be right back.
Oh, you guys. I love this so much. I really do. Not a yak pie. Jamie, thank you, babe. Yeah. That's what happens, you guys. Friends sit down and have conversations. Talk. It's important.
It's very important.
You say that really quickly. Somebody said, oh, this generation's so spoiled. Well, they said the same thing about our generation too, the people that were older than us, and they kept making us feel like what we felt and how we thought, and it wasn't important. But here's the thing. Every generation can take away things from another generation and get better and get stronger and get, we didn't have all of this in our generation. This is all we did have was communication. So learning how to communicate with one another was the most important thing that you could possibly learn how to do. And I think the difference between this generation, because they do have a lot more than we had, but to just dismantle it and say they have everything, they don't know anything. Well, it's your job to teach them. As an elder, it's your job to teach them. And I think that that's what we're doing. This is part of that right now by showing you that this is how you have relationships with people, So we don't get the luxury of saying, well, it's just this generation, they're spoiled, they don't deserve anything. No, they deserve exactly what they have, but they could have more if they took pieces of the older generation and utilized it with what they already have. Imagine how far advanced they would be.
That part.
So it's up to us to have these hard conversations, these tough things that people don't want to do, which is sit down and have a conversation.
Communication has just been the downfall of all of us lately.
Yeah.
Yes. We've both been through a lot, you guys, so this is how we speak, this is how we talk, but we're also jokesters and in a blink can laugh for an hour. But I think that this app needs a little bit more free thinking, thought-provoking, and with
communication.
So thank you to everyone listening, whether you agree or not. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being a part of a conversation.
And watching real friendships evolve.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. Da Vinci. The boy. The little man.
It was so funny. Last night I got into boxes with a couple different creators on here, and I just prefaced it by saying, listen, I get very overwhelmed when people are talking over one another. and nobody's really hearing anybody when it gets so muffled and loud and confusing. So like if we could just all just take the moment and really like be mindful about who's speaking and actively listening and then adding to it when it's your turn to talk. I think it was so important, and we got so much out of it. But as soon as I got off of it, I hopped right back on and they were all just talking at each other again. And I was like,
I know, it almost feels like a waste of time. I'm gonna say it, even though it may not be, because I don't think it was. You're too intelligent for anything you say to be anyone's waste of time. But like,
yeah,
at a core, I'm like, okay,
yeah, just got to keep doing it. Got to keep having more of them. One-on-one.
Nicole just said we have to listen to hear, not listen to respond.
Ooh, powerful.
Ooh, Nicole Park with the fucking truth.
That's fire, girl.
And they don't know how to listen. I saw so many people listening to you, but not listening to what you were saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's okay. That's also okay.
Yeah. There's a difference between listening and comprehending. When people are like, yeah, I hear you. I'm like, yeah, I hear you, but do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. Demi, you have never been hugged in years, sweetie. I can tell. Okay.
Zachary.
With the way some of y'all are responding to how me and Six are talking, it's wild. I can't. Yeah, you can't listen if you're talking. Mitch, you've asked that 6 times already. No, we actually have normal lives and sleep. What answer are you looking for? Yep, we're on live 24/7 on a fucking key bump. You got us. Oh, my poor brain is just
rotting.
Nope, we're on live when we click the live button, Pookie. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, I slept a great 7 hours. I'm feeling amazing. I can't wait to go conquer the day.
Yeah, same.
You know? But yes, we love TikTok. We love this app. This is a space that we chose to share and be on. Gonzala? Done.
Oh, I can't get lost in those comments.
You really can't.
Trying to understand what people are coming from when they type just these little like.
I know they do it on purpose. They're little aggressors. They're little thorns in your side. I know.
And they're literally the antithesis of what we're talking about.
And they do it every single day on purpose. I've learned to laugh.
You have to.
It's like, you guys, I don't have a podcast, so if you want to know when any of them come out, ask the people that I filmed with. Yes, ES, you're already blocked on my end. Now all we need is 6 to block you next, sweetie. Mm-hmm. And no one cares either, though. You don't need to make an announcement that you have me blocked or you don't support me. No one cares. Do you need to put up a billboard or a banner every time you block someone? Girl, you are part of the problem.
Also, just really quickly, my mods are really quick with it. So if you think you can come in here and disrespect me or disrespect my friend just because you have an opinion, you're going to be treated the exact same way you would have been treated in his room. So
that part.
Jesse.
Lauren, they really do. It's like a broken record. Mm-hmm. You guys, all I did was show up to a couple of podcasts. I don't know when they're coming out. Mm-hmm. Ooh, this is good that I can block some of these people now. So love that. Yay. I like blocking some of these negative people that I haven't blocked yet, and they can't come see me later.
You're like, oh, I don't know what it's like to maneuver through a room with only 900 people in it. This is kind of slow.
Oh. Wow, this is easy to navigate. Oh my
I
God.
love it.
The fire was burning my back, but it's freezing outside. I'm just trying to warm up.
Not that you have to keep going from room to room just to body regulate.
No, I'm not. It's the temperatures are great in here. I was just like, oh, I want the fire on. I'm in this robe. I'm launching this robe soon, and it's really thick and warm. Like,
I can't wait.
really warm.
I can't wait.
It's really thick and warm, like all those men. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to see you just so prepped up and ready on a Tuesday, I'm like, wow, you recover quick.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. I heal quick.
Same.
I really do. It's like Wolverine.
On to the next.
No, literally that part. When a trick is good enough to hang out with a couple times and they have a good personality, that's always fun. But next. Yeah. Yep. What did little Kim say? Kim, the next. Yes. Drizzy, you like meeting all of Mama's tricks? You like meeting all the you like meeting the dudes, Driz? Tell me a secret. Tell me a secret, Drizzy. Tell me a secret. Let me hear it.
Drizzy, what is it?
Drizzy, tell us.
Oh, Jeffree Lynn.
What are we gonna do, Sigs?
You know what? Keep doing what the fuck we're doing.
That part.
Yeah. I don't know how to be anybody else. So I certainly can't assimilate and be what everybody wants, you know. I can't be anything other than what I know.
Clearly, same.
Yeah. I have to keep evolving. I have to keep being who I am.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's never gonna stop. I'm always gonna be evolving and growing as a person. The same person from 2 years ago is so drastic from 5 years, from 10 years. But it doesn't mean that we're perfect, that we're not gonna keep making mistakes.
I just had this conversation with someone late last night, Sarah, actually. I said, she said, it's just amazing to me how far and how quickly you've evolved into this person. And I thought to myself, well, that's not a bad thing. I'm still the same person. I'm just a better version of that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm just a better version of that guy. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that. Amen to that, you guys. Good morning. Hallelujah.
Jeffree Lynn, I have an appointment at 8 a.m., a Zoom call.
A Zoom?
A Zoom. You want to take it with me?
I used to do, during the pandemic, I would do therapy over Zoom.
Oh, yeah, still.
Yeah.
Still.
Yep, nothing wrong with that. I've done healing soul work on Zoom, actually, or with music and crying and the whole thing. I mean, listen, you don't need to be in front of someone else to start healing.
Yeah, it's actually really great because you can allow someone. It's why the internet for me is such an amazing place to be, because I get to be with people, but I don't have to let anybody in.
Isn't that great? I found an amazing therapist, and he was so important during the pandemic of me moving here and changing my entire life. And it's important, you guys. So if you think you need a little bit of help, it's okay to seek it in whatever form you think. It's okay.
And it's okay to ask for it. But what's not okay is to ask for help and seek help and do nothing with the help.
That is huge. Exactly.
So many people want to be helped, but don't want to also engage in helping and assisting their own selves.
Amen to that. Well, this has been amazing. I appreciate your time always.
Are you kidding me? I absolutely love you. I'm so grateful to have real adult friendships with people that I feel like I've known my entire life who have similar experiences.
Yes, we do.
And we come from different places in life, but I feel like we've shared so many, I feel like you've lived so many of the same things in different ways. And it's just, it's great because you think as an adult in your 40s or getting into your 50s, you're like, wow, all my friends are kind of, evolving. And it's like, yeah, I'm getting to know new people, real adult people with real adult minds, with real adult experience. And it's so refreshing. It gives me a lot of hope for the future. I know that there's going to be so many more of these relationships coming my way.
Listen,
and, you're incredible.
My final thought is that this year started very lonely, which is fine. I actually like loneliness. I'm an only child. I don't mind it. But as you think about the future and your friendships and the people around you, and when people start having kids and they don't have the same alignments as you, so it's been really cool to be on this app, to get closer to people like you and Xtina, and grow friendships with people who are older and kind of on the same page. I feel a lot less lonely this year. So thank you to both of you.
We love you. I love you.
We love you as well. Donatella, come here. Come say bye to Six.
Oh my God, babe.
Donatella, it's my birthday twin.
I can't.
All right, we love you, Six.
I love you too. I hope you have an amazing day. I'll see you later.
Thank you, baby. I'll see you tonight. God bless each and every one of you. I love you all so much. The moon's not real.
You guys, I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for waking up with us. You guys are the best. I can't with him. Just poke, poke, poke. I love it.